DeShawn, what's it like being back on the field? You had a pretty long absence there for injury.
No, yeah, I mean, it's been a long road. I'm just grateful to be out here. Grateful that Coach Leipold gave me that chance to come back. Thankful that the NCAA allowed me to come back, and I'm just enjoying it every day. I wake up with a smile on my face. One of the first guys here last to leave. Just not taking any of this for granted. Just blessed to be out there with them.
Do you feel any like apprehension at all when you're out there in practice still, or do you feel like you're going and
No, I mean I feel good. If it was my choice, I would have tried to go last year, which probably wouldn't have been the smart thing. But that's just the type of guy that I am. Doc gave me a timeline of 12 months, and my thought process was, all right, well, I'm gonna cut it in half, and almost did that. Shout out to Trent Carter and his staff, Madison Bean. She kind of led my rehab in that. She did a great job with that. Also, great support staff back home. My wife was just an absolute rock star. Taking care of a 250-pound, child in her eyes, as she would say, isn't the hardest, but she did a great job, and she pushed me every day, and we made it back early, and I feel great out there moving around and ready to get to the season.
DeShawn, when you talked about the NCAA, did you have to go through an appeals process type thing or something?
Just had to send in a letter to get the medical red shirt. You never want to be too confident in what could happen. Compliance here was, they were adamant that it was probably 95% going to get approved. They thought it was pretty cut and dry, but just didn't want to get overexcited. Kind of take it day by day, and whatever happened. It was going to be up to the man upstairs, and I'm just happy that they granted me that extra year.
when did you know that you got it approved?
I knew right before we left for Christmas break.
Okay.
Did you always know you wanted to try and come back and play another year if you didn't get in at all last year?
I mean, it's been a dream of mine to play in the NFL. And my big thing was, in 10, 15 years, what am I going to say when I look in that mirror and, it's that, what if I would have, went back for one more year? What if I would have did this? And I don't want to live with any what ifs. I'm the oldest one here on the team. I hear it every day. Some pretty great nicknames from the young guys. But no, it's just that looking back on my career, it's just I don't want to leave anything up to chance, and just want to try to still reach my dream, because I'm still that kid chasing a dream.
What are some of the nicknames?
Grandpa, old timer, the Godfather. That's probably my favorite one.
Is it usually the same guys, or is it just everybody?
It's probably the same guys. It's a lot of the room, the tight end room. They definitely let me know every day. The quarterbacks, the receivers, the defense. When we're going 11 on 11, they love to chirp from the sideline, but I love it.
At what point did you start to feel like yourself again, from an athletic standpoint?
Probably this winter. Coach Sleeve and his staff did a great job in kind of changing workouts for me, focusing on things that I needed to get back. And, we did a couple of the we wills that Coach Sleeve talked about. And, after that first day, I felt great, moving around, cutting, not even thinking about it. And like Dr. Vopat said, he said it was going to be more of a mental hurdle than anything. I think after that first one of those, I was over that mental hurdle, and I was ready to get out there.
You mentioned you had a dream of playing in the NFL. What about Kansas, maybe a place that you thought you could go and maybe help you have a chance at that?
If you would have asked me probably 10 years ago when I was in high school, I would have probably said I'm not coming to Kansas. Even growing up 30 minutes down the street. But as I got older, and Coach Leipold and his staff came in, and watching them have that turnaround from when I was at Iowa State, and it wasn't the same Kansas team that we had played every year. When I entered the portal and got the phone call from Coach Ianello and Coach Leipold, I could tell that they meant business, and that this program was on the uptrend. And I wanted to be a part of something special. And I sat down and I talked about it with my wife and with my family, and The big thing was how cool would it be to bring a Big 12 championship back to the home school, and also break that streak that that school out west thinks that they hold so dear to their heart.
Not having played in a game since 22, I mean, how excited are you at the prospect to get the chance to do that this year?
I'm super excited. Last year was hard, just watching, not really being able to go out there and help them. We had a tough year, and I've been itching, kicking at the door to try to get back out there. And, sometimes they got to pull me back a little bit because if I'm in, I'm going 100%. And at this time right now, it's like we don't need all that. So just getting me to August, and I'm excited. It's going to be a fun one.
Did you watch a lot of Mason Fairchild tape when you're making that decision of I'm thinking of coming to Kansas?
Yeah, I watched a lot of Mason. I also watched just how JD moved around. I talked to JD quite a bit in that recruitment process. I watched the bowl game. The bowl game when they played UNLV had a big impact on me. Just how they were running the offense, how spread it was, how two-dimensional. You couldn't really guess what they're doing. It just looked fun. It looked like all the guys were having fun out there. And then on my visit, watching them practice and the competitive nature of the practice, and all the guys just they're going at each other in between whistles. But after that, everyone's a big family. So I wanted to be a part of that.
A couple of coaches have praised your leadership so far. How have you kind of established yourself in that? Obviously, as you said, you're the oldest on the team, but how have you established yourself in that role?
Just speaking up. When you've been around the block a couple times, you kind of know what to expect. You know what it's going to take to get to that highest level of where this team wants to go, and just kind of speaking up and guiding the young guys along. More importantly, leaving the tight end room better than I found it. We got a lot of young guys that'll be here after me, Leighton, and Key leave. So just getting them ready, giving them little nuggets of information to help them, but kind of just guiding up those young guys and making sure that they're comfortable.
What stuck out to you about Coach Zabrowski and Coach Lubick?
Well, Coach Zabrowski is a character, and you gotta love him. No, he's a great guy. Both of them, they're just offensive geniuses. Coach Lubick, with what he's been through, that man is probably one of the strongest guys, in the world. To go through what he did and still walk in every day, positive attitude, never has a bad day. But just to watch them sit and scheme and, talk about the offense, it kind of blows your mind. And it's like, well, I didn't think about it that way. And I think we're going to have some very interesting things coming up this season that the Jayhawk fans are going to love.
You guys